You've been in conversations where someone has disagreed with you and then it suddenly shifts. Not towards what you said, but towards who you are. And while you're busy defending yourself, what you said gets completely ignored. This has been happening to you by design and in ways you haven't even noticed. Today, we find out why. In this video, you're going to find out how this is being used against you, the three forms that it takes, from the ones you can see to the ones that are less obvious, and the exact three-step process to stop it before the conversation moves on without you. If you're new here, I'm Jason with Adversify. I build things that help you think, and I appreciate you spending time with me. I've been watching this shift happen to people, and I realize it's been happening to me too. Every time you talk, the conversation moves away from what you're saying. It's like being in the middle of a game where someone constantly moves the goalpost so subtly that you don't even notice. Before we go any further, if this is the kind of content that gives you something that you can use, hit subscribe. It only takes a second and it tells me what's working. That's all I ask. So, hit subscribe and thank you. Okay, here's the plan. You're gonna see what this looks like when it's happening to you. Next, you'll see what phrases you can use and the three things you absolutely cannot do. Then, I'm gonna give it a name. So next time it comes at you, you'll be ready. Let's start with what it looks like. You said something to make your point, and instead, you hear a response like this. That's a pretty naive take, honestly. I mean, given your experience level, I get why you'd think that. With all due respect, you don't know what you're talking about. And here's where I need you to pay attention. Did you notice how none of that addressed what you actually said? There are many others, but the point is, when you heard it, you pulled back while the conversation moved on. Let's walk through three versions of this move. They escalate from one you can spot all the way down to the one you can't see at all. And the version that's been doing the most damage to you is coming. And it's the one that nobody talks about. Move one, the direct attack. This one comes right at you, and it's sometimes dressed as feedback. That's a pretty naive take, or given your experience. Both versions do the same thing. Move the conversation from what you said to who you are. You might feel this one land, or you might even push back. But most of the time, your argument goes undefended. Move 2, the credential challenge. With all due respect, do you have a background in this area? You haven't been through one of these before. I need you to hear me clearly. This one sounds like a legitimate question. It isn't. Your argument doesn't get stronger or weaker based on how long you're in the conversation, but it feels like it does. And that feeling is exactly what the move is designed to do. And then there's move 3. And in my opinion, this is the one that does the most damage. Move 3, the shift you do to yourself. You've been worn down so many times by direct attacks, by credential challenges, that you no longer wait for someone else to make the move. You make it first on yourself. You say things like, I know I'm probably wrong about this, but, or this might be a dumb question, or I'm not an expert. It's happening before the conversation even starts. You've internalized what has happened so completely that you're doing it to yourself before anyone else can even get a chance to. And here's what I need you to understand about all three forms. You've been treating them as if they were responses to your argument. They weren't. When someone moves to your identity instead of addressing your point, they had nothing left to say about your argument. That move is an admission. You just didn't know how to read it until now. All right. I'm about to give you the 3-step system that stops them in real time, including the one you've been running on yourself. And I'm going to show you the 3 reactions that you'll have in the moment that will make this backfire if you don't know about them. The tactic that's being used against you is called the abusive ad hominem. These are arguments specifically designed to distract you from the real issue instead of addressing it. You'll see all 3 forms are the same move. They shift the conversation away from what you said towards who you are by design. And I really want you to hear this part. The moment that someone uses this against you, they expose their weakness. They couldn't address your argument, so they came after you instead. Here's how not understanding this affects you. Sign number 1. You qualify everything before you say it. You use phrases like, I could be wrong, but, or this might be a dumb question. You've been doing Form 3 so automatically, you don't even register it anymore. It just feels like you're being reasonable, but you aren't. Sign number 2, you pick your positions based on who's in the conversation. There are settings where you already know your argument won't land, so you stop bringing them. You tell yourself that it isn't worth it. What you've actually learned is that this will be used against you in that space, and you've decided in advance to concede. Sign number 3, your arguments have been getting smaller. Not because your thinking has been getting weaker, because you've been protecting yourself from something that you couldn't defend against. The ideas you've been bringing into conversations right now are a fraction of the ones you actually have. That is what's been getting ignored every time it works on you. Not just one argument, the accumulated weight of every point you stopped making. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a 3-step system to practice so that you actually learn this and not just watch a video. Recognition first, counter move second, in that order, because the counter move only works if you've caught it before the habit takes over. Step 1, feel it. The moment someone responds to you, I need you to ask yourself one question. Don't say it out loud. Did they just respond to me or what I just said? This is going to be your early warning system. If the answer is they responded to me, the trap is already in motion. Don't react to it. Just know. Step 2, name the form. Is it a direct attack, a credential challenge, or is it something that you're doing to yourself? You don't say it out loud. You just identify it, because knowing which form you're dealing with tells you exactly what to say next. Step 3, apply the counter move for the direct attack, whether it came at you loud or addressed as feedback. You say this, that's about me, not about what I said. Let me restate my point. If it's a credential challenge, you say something like, my background isn't the question here. If it's the one you run on yourself, drop the I could be wrong, but, and say what you actually think. Don't apologize for having your own thoughts and opinions. I want you to put your own spin on it. Write it down in your own words and apply it before I give you your assignment in the description below. To recap, an ad hominem is specifically designed to distract you from the real issue instead of addressing it. This is what separates people who actually understand the tactic from people who know about it and still lose. When you prepare, your counter move is more powerful than any comeback you could improvise in the moment. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. The project is also on Patreon. I'm Jason with Adversify. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch the next video.